Let's do this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Tobin channel. It's been a while since we've done a tier list. Hopefully, we'll be good at it this time instead of drilling a joke into the ground. And I am joined by Camo Stag. For the first time ever, it is a cooperative tier list, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll have two tier lists here. One of them will be mine. One of them will be his. You'll kind of have to keep track of that for yourself unless I decide to
Well,
edit
we'll,
anything.
we'll, we'll we'll showcase them at the end. We'll be like, this is Tobit's tier list. This is Camo Stag's tier list. So like it'd be kind of dumb because like to try and keep track of it. So and if people don't, then yeah, we'll just showcase them at the end. We'll be like, this is mine.
Oh yeah,
This is his.
we'll make sure to showcase it at the end, but you can also witness us making it right now. And
Yeah.
I swear we're not going to have this long, almost minute-long intro on each of these. I swear.
Yeah, no,
So
we'll,
this
we'll
time,
probably make more of these, but yeah, they won't have the stupid intro. Now that you get the gist of things.
yeah. All right, we're going to be ranking creepy crawlies. Definition of a creepy crawly: something small that creeps around and is crawly.
Yeah, it's kind of an up in the
It's
air definition, but I think you'll find that these all fit the description of creepy crawly.
I also got seltzer water, so if you hear me drinking during this, you know why. All right, let's get this started. We're also going to be using generalizations for ones that have multiple different species. You don't need more explanation.
Yeah,
First
shut
up,
up.
so S is best, D is like horrible. Spider. Where are we gonna put this?
Spider for me is S tier. It's the definitive creepy crawly. Um,
All
you
right.
know,
For
it's
Maddox,
iconic.
S tier. It's iconic. I'm
You know,
I'm gonna have to say I don't like spiders too much. I'm putting it in D.
damn man, I used to have like so many spider books as a kid. Spiders are great. Sorry,
Might cut that out. I don't know.
shut up. Okay, it doesn't matter that much. It'll be fine. Okay,
All right. But here next, fly.
D. Yeah, flies are pretty D tier. They're annoying. They're not that cool or interesting. They buzz around your house. They land on shit. Then they land on your food. D tier creepy crawly.
As for me, don't got a whole lot to say about flies. I think they're pretty middle of the road. They're a little bit annoying and they're kind of gross, so I'm gonna put them in C. All right, next up we got beetles.
A tier. Beetle is a great creepy crawly. There's so many different beetle species. Not quite as cool as spiders for me, but beetles definitely an A tier bug. Definitely a great creepy crawly.
Good choice.
A lot of them. Some of them are pests, but some of them will eat like annoying ass bugs. There's a lot of good beetles out there.
Oh yeah, I'd say overall more beetles are good than bad. I'm gonna put mine in S. I love some beetles.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice.
Next up, centipedes.
Um, Centipedes. Honestly, centipede. Like they're kind of cool, but they're also kind of.
More
I
on
mean,
the
they're
annoying
kind of.
end.
Well, they're not really annoying, but like they are creepy looking. I mean, they really are. I'm gonna put centipedes in like B tier. I don't have that much against them, but I don't have a particular fondness for centipedes either. So they can put them in the B tier. They're good and all.
I just noticed. I
They're
really
not
hope
they're not
this.
quite they're not boring enough to be C tier. They're interesting enough to go up to B.
Yeah, I just noticed in my thing. I hope there's no annoying ass echo because I just noticed that my headphones. I'm gonna turn my computer volume down slightly because I think there might be a chance of there being an echo on your voice. But anyways, so you said B, right?
If there's an echo, like don't even upload it. But yeah,
All right, B tier. As for me, I'm gonna put them down with spiders in D tier. They're
oh, you
pretty
don't like them?
spook. Yeah, they're pretty spook. All right. Next up, we have the toad, We decided like toads and frogs are so similar, we're kind of bundling them together, like how we had beetles all in one
Look,
category.
yeah, it's fine. Toads. Um, I'm debating between like S and A tier because they're great. Toads are cool. I'm gonna put them in like. I think I'll put toads in S tier. They're an S tier creepy crawly. They're pretty good. I would say toads are pretty cool, guys.
S tier toad.
Yeah, toads are an S tier creepy crawly.
I think they're pretty neat. I'm gonna put them in A tier. They're just neat. Don't have very strong feelings towards them, but I think they're pretty good, so they deserve to be above B. Alright, next up is the earwig.
Freaking D tier. They're ugly. They get in your house. They'll get in like your shower, your bathtub, your wading pool. Fuck earwigs, man. They're not
You're
good.
bringing out the swears now. These guys got you mad.
They kind of look like pieces of poop with a pincher. Frankly, not earwigs. No, not big on earwigs.
Yeah, they're pretty
D tier.
obnoxious. I'm putting them in D tier as well.
Yeah, earwigs. Nah.
Now, next up, wasps. This is a divisive one.
Also, D. Yeah, they're pretty D tier. They're really annoying. They're not that interesting, but they sting, and they don't even die like bees. They keep stinging. They swarm your barbecue, your soda. Wasps, annoying as hell. So I'm gonna D tier those wasps.
They're pretty annoying, but they don't bug me as much as like spiders and centipedes and earwigs. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Now, if we had bees on this list, they're a little bit too cutesy and mainstream to be on creepy crawlies, but bees would be like A tier.
Frankly, though, like wasps are more like spiders. I mean, you might not like the way they look, but spiders eat like mosquitoes and flies and shit. Like wasps
don't do anything really that good. All right,
they don't.
Cockroaches.
I
said
no. Cockroaches. They're also pretty gross. I'm probably gonna put them in. Probably gonna go into D tier because they're really hard to kill and they're gross. They shit, they piss everywhere, and they eat your food. Yeah, D tier. No one likes cockroaches. Nobody likes them.
I think if I had any experiences with pests, they would go down into D tier. Well, like pest cockroaches, because I know they are a major problem if you got a cockroach infestation.
Yeah, like restaurants have a big problem with them, you know.
Mm-hmm. My only experience with one was someone had a pet one, and I pet it, and it crawled on my hand, and it was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, those are like those hissing cockroaches. These are more of like the German cockroach, the American cockroach, you know.
Yeah, the hissing ones that are just like big and you just have one of them.
They live in like the jungle. They don't go into like houses and restaurants like the German
it just occurred
cockroach.
to me we should have put termites on this list. Whatever.
We should have, and I probably would have put them pretty low on the list.
Termites, just so you guys know, both of us would put them on D tier.
Maybe C. I don't know.
All right, he might be C.
Ones in Africa that I thought was cool. They have like those cool giant mounds that are like huge. You know.
I guess yeah.
Those termites are cool.
I think there's just such a divide because like the ones that people have as pets, I'd probably put up in like B tier.
I feel like we're more talking about the shitty. I mean, that's the picture.
I mean, the picture is the bad infestation one, so I'm gonna put it in D. I might do C because that's between my two picks.
Or C for cock.
Yeah, I'm gonna do C because that's between the two that I was looking at. Because some of them belong in D, some of them belong in B. Next up, we're gonna be looking at lizards. S
tier. Great creepy crawly.
I concur. Lizards belong in S tier.
All like the reptiles and stuff. Those are great. Lizards are great. They're a lot of fun to look at, watch them scurrying around. My favorite ones are probably like for the little lizards like geckos. Geckos are really cool.
I don't know a lot about lizard types, but yeah. I think lizards definitely belong up there on the top of the list, yes. Now next, there's a specific kind of lizard that it just didn't feel right to have it with the rest of them. The Geico gecko. S
tier. He's also freaking S tier. He's awesome. Best insurance mascot. There will never be an insurance mascot quite like the Geico Gecko. He's the best one. And I even have other good ones like the General, right? The General is a good mascot. The guys from Liberty Mutual are pretty good, but like Geico, they don't top the Geico Gecko.
Yeah, Geico Gecko top of the list. Few insurance mascots, future idea for a video.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's see, we got the mole next.
A tier. Moles are pretty cute. I actually found a mole in my yard once, and I got a work glove on, and I picked it up, and they're like stretchy, they got a lot of stretchy skin, a lot of loose skin. They're pretty cute, honestly. So
I never touched one, but I like how they look. I'm gonna have to agree with A tier.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the tarantula. Once again, kind of like the Geico Gecko. It was just they're quite different from spiders, so we put them on their own thing.
They're really beefed up, and they're even cooler than regular spiders. So they're definitely S tier for me. Tarantulas are really interesting. They're iconic, just like regular spiders are iconic.
I think they look bigger and scarier, but they're actually. I feel like I've heard they're less dangerous than lots of like poison.
Well, it depends on the spider. I mean, you get bit by a tarantula. Even if the venom doesn't kill you, it hurts and it can be infected. So
yeah, they're still pretty messed up.
Some species are more docile, like the ones you see in the pet store, and then other ones are a lot more. Other ones are a lot more aggressive.
Certain good ones might move up to C tier, but on a whole, as the average species, D tier.
Wow, you just don't know what's good.
Next up, ants.
Frickin' D tier. I've had the worst experience with ants of them invading like both houses I've lived in. They get everywhere because they're tiny. They get like up in your shit. I once had ants that were like in my laptop keyboard. Screw ants. They're probably one of my least favorite creepy crawlies. I've never been friends with ants. I have bad blood with ants. Fuck ants, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know. You might rank them a little higher, but I don't like them.
Yeah, I personally have never had beef with ants. I've only even been bitten by an ant once. I actually think the flying ants are really cool. Flying ants specifically would go a rank higher up in A tier, but on a whole, ants are going middle of the road B tier.
Another thing, if you get the black ants, the odorous house ants, when you kill them, they stink. They smell really bad when you kill them.
Yeah, I just never had an issue with that.
They do it. It rains a lot here, so when it rains, they're fuck. What am I saying? Colonies. They flood, so they go into your house.
Yeah, my ants. The only ants I've had to deal with is like worst thing that would happen is sometimes fire ants would be at a baseball field, but usually it's just
those guys are dicks too. Yeah, they're assholes.
You just get your regular black and red ants, usually black, just hanging out in my backyard. So one time, me and Bad Beans, we had this thing. We would mainly him, but I would kind of watch him do it. He would do this weird stuff with a lot of plants, mixing seeds together and putting them in the same holes, making weird plants. And eventually, when he did that, he he put some of them in some water and poured it down an anthill. And that anthill beforehand, I just had black ants. I don't know if this is a coincidence or if his weird water concoction did something to the ants, but the next day there was like a huge swarm of really big, like still some of the biggest ants I've ever seen in person, like really big black ants with wings that were just flying around down there.
They live deeper, like in the nest, the winged ants. Because I've dug up big ant nests before, and you'll get winged ones, and we even found the queen. Queen ants are really big. But yeah, there's like the soldier. Those are like the soldier ants. So he disturbed the nest, and they got mad.
I guess
they got mad, so they sent out the flying ants.
I guess that makes sense. Let's see. Next up, we got eels. We put that one on here because we got snakes on here. They're definitely a creepy crawly, and eels are kind of like water snakes.
Eels are pretty cool. I'll put them at A tier.
A tier. Yeah, they made.
I saw a wild eel once in Hawaii, out in the ocean. It was pretty cool.
I've not seen eels, honestly. Eels, I just don't really have much thought on them. They're going kind of in B, middle of the road. Though I do have to say, those eels that made Electro in the best Spider-Man movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2, those are pretty cool.
It's not the best Spider-Man movie.
is the best Spider-Man
The
movie.
best, I don't know what the best Spider-Man movie is because like they're good, but I don't put that much thought into which one I think is the best. But it's not that one.
It's the best by far to me. But we're not here to rank Spider-Man. We're here to rank creepy crawlies. And next up, we have crabs. They crawl.
Freaking S tier. They taste great. They look really cool. They're really interesting. So they're good. They're good for a lot of things.
Yeah, crabs.
S tier.
Crabs gotta go like if we had a double S tier, they would go like they are a step above everything else.
Yeah.
So like if we had a bonus thing on tab on the top that was like double S or something, that was like the best of the best.
But that's not
crabs
really
would
that
go there.
necessary. All you need to know is that they're S tier.
Oh yeah, it's not necessary. I was just saying crabs rule. Next up we got roly-polies. I thought they were a little too cutesy to put on this list, but Maddox said it was a good idea. Or
They're
Camo Stag.
good. You don't need to use our YouTube names. They're stupid anyway. You can just call me my real. Anyway, roly-polies are pretty cool. I'll put them a B tier. You know, they're all right.
All right, you're putting yours at B tier.
Yeah.
I noticed you have nothing in C tier yet. Guess everything that's below B is just straight down to D for you.
For right now, yeah. I find whenever I rank anything, I use C like the least because when something's bad, it's usually just bad, and I just knock it down.
Yeah, I think roly-polies are. I'm not bumping up to A actually. All right, next up we got snails. Once again, just like how we put the toads and frogs together, we put the slugs and snails together in the same thing.
Definitely disgusting. D for disgusting. Hate them. They're nasty as hell. D tier. They're just disgusting. I don't know. They're just disgusting.
I will have to disagree. I'm putting them up in A tier. I always thought they looked cool. I love them. I love some squishy little slimy slugs and snails.
Ew.
Actually, I like bigger ones more. The bigger the slug,
yeah,
the
bigger the worse. I was a really big slug in my house one time. I almost stepped on it, and I'm like,
well, I wouldn't want slugs in my house. Like, I wouldn't want. Let's see. I got crabs up on the top. I wouldn't want wild crabs running around my house. Actually,
no, but like that's especially gross to have a slug in your house. They're gross anywhere, but in my house, unacceptable.
I like seeing them outside. I think I wouldn't want any of these things in my house, except for maybe the Geico Gecko, because he'd help me with my insurance. But unless they're like in a specific cage, like if I had a terrarium for a lizard or something. I wouldn't want any of these just running around my house.
We gotta press on now.
Yeah. Next up, we got the praying mantis.
Definitely S tier. Instant S tier. Great bug.
Praying mantises are really good. Also, that reminds me, mantis shrimp. That just reminded me. I suggested shrimp for this. He decided they weren't crawly enough. If they were on the list, I'm just gonna say they'd be going in S tier.
Okay, but we don't need to tell them everything that happened. But
no, I was just telling them because I was saying if shrimps were on this list, I put them in S tier. That's all I'm saying. So next we have rats. We put rats and mice together.
Rats are like, I mean, they're kind of interesting, but at the same time, they're pretty disgusting. They're really pestilent, but they're a little bit more interesting than some of the other like shittier guys, like slugs and earwigs. So I'll put them as my first C tier. That's going to be the rat.
All right, rat up in C tier.
Because like they're really not good news. So they're really disease ridden too.
Kind of like the cockroaches. It's a really bad deal to have them in your place. I do think they're definitely a lot cuter than any of the things I put in D tier. Like they, like in pictures, they look like something you'd want to pet, but I know bad. Like the knowledge of what they're like.
You see the Norway rat in real life.
Oh yeah, if it's in real life, you don't want to mess with it.
I really wouldn't even want to pet them. I mean, they're pretty.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to pet it. I wouldn't want to actually walk up to it because I'm smarter than that. I was just saying like. Pictures of rats, you look at it. They look more approachable on camera. But in reality, they'll probably mess you up worse than a cockroach.
Oh yeah, cockroaches can't really mess you up. they mess things up, but a rat can bite you, and it will fucking hurt.
Yeah, next, rats to bats.
Now, bats, on the other hand, are really helpful. They're really cool. They're not usually that pestilent. Like sometimes they go in your attic or your chimney, but they're not as big of a problem as rats. Honestly, I think I'll put bats. Bats are pretty cool. Like they're a really unique animal. Um, I'd probably put them over in like I'd probably put them up in S. A lot of these guys are S for me. There's a lot of really cool guys on this list.
All right, up an S for you. And I'm thinking if I want to put it in S, I think a lot of the other S tier guys have more of a strong appreciation for. I do like bats, but I'm gonna put it in A tier.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been rethinking, and I think I'm gonna bump the toad down to A tier.
I see you've come to join me with having the toad at A tier.
Yeah, I've been thinking he's really more A tier than S tier.
Right,
Nothing personal, Toad, but
let's see. Toad goes right after the mole. That's about where he goes. There we go. There we go. You got Toad right down there. Oh, wait, no, Toad goes right before the mole. Whoops.
doesn't matter that much. I mean,
I like things being in order. All right. Now, snakes.
now them I will put in S tier. Snakes are definitely pretty cool. They're definitely cooler than frogs and toads, which are still cool. But snakes are really cool. I'll put snakes in S tier as far as creepy crawlies go.
Snakes are very cool. I would just put them in A tier, but my fondness for snakes has grown since having I have this pet snake named Hazel. Very good snake as far as snakes go. Like I mean, they can't really be better
You guys
than
have
other
had
snakes.
that snake for like a long ass time. I don't remember.
like 5-6 years even. Like
which is yeah, pretty cool.
Like I think we got it in like 2016ish or
Yeah,
something.
I remember seeing her in 2016.
So yeah, tiny little snake originally. We caught when it was very small. Now it's a big old snake. All right, so next we got worm.
Like I don't know, B. I guess they're all right. You can go fishing with them, which is cool. But they're not really that interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
But
really
they're not like annoying.
either.
So I'm not gonna put them in C.
Yeah, I'm putting them in B as well. They do have a good use, but I mean they're not.
They're not that interesting.
Next up, we got scorpions.
They're A. They're pretty interesting. I'm gonna put scorpions up in A tier.
Scorpions wouldn't want to meet a scorpion, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty neat.
Yeah.
I put spiders down because I have to deal with spiders being kind of like everywhere and I don't like it. But scorpions, I don't really have to deal with unless I'm like out. In fact, no, I haven't even seen one when I've been out in the desert. So scorpions just really haven't messed with me. So I can just appreciate them for looking at them and thinking they're kind of cool. I think I'm just going to put it in B tier though. Because I think they're slightly less cool than the... Well, on a coolness factor, they're higher than a lot of the A tier guys, but on a my personal opinion factor, they're a bit lower. All right. Next up, we got final two. Grasshopper.
B. They're average.
B. Honestly, grasshoppers, caterpillars, moths are like 3 of my favorite bugs of all time. It is going all the way up in S tier.
Is caterpillar the last one?
Caterpillar is the last one. Where do you put it?
D tier. They're gross.
And
Same thing like slugs. They're like slugs to me. Especially like the hairy ones. They really freak me out.
oh, I love the hairy ones. They're my favorite kind. Especially the black and orange ones look really cool. I'm putting it up in S tier. I even just said that they're one of my favorite bugs when I was ranking the grasshopper. All right. Let us compare now.
We're going to compare lists.
So, my S tier, I got beetles, lizards, gecko, crabs, mantis, snake, grasshopper, and caterpillar. You got. Oh, actually, should we go like what S's we got, or should I say like I put Beetle in blank, you put Beetle in blank, so we go by
I mean,
each.
we can just kind of look at them. It'd be a little tedious to go over every single
All right,
one.
I already listed off all the stuff. I have an S. I'm thinking for the sake of the video here. I'll go over to your S and list them off now. In your S tier, you got spiders, lizards, gecko, tarantula, crabs, mantis, bats, and snakes.
Yeah,
My
look at my
A tier, I got toads, moles, roly-polies, snails, and bats. And in your A tier, you got beetles, toads, moles, eels, and scorpions. In my B tier, I got ants, eels, worms, and scorpions. In your B tier, you got centipedes, roly-polies, worms, and grasshoppers. In my C tier, I got flies, wasps, cockroaches, and rats. In your C tier, you got
just rats.
Just rats.
Oh,
In my D tier, I got spiders, centipedes, earwigs, and tarantulas. In your D tier, you got flies, earwigs, wasps, cockroaches, ants, snails, and caterpillars.
yeah, all the shitty ones.
So overall, we had about the same number of S tiers, about the same number of A tiers, about the same number of B tiers, and then you only had one C tier while I had more C tiers, and then I had 4 Ds while you had 7 Ds. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our video, and that is going to be it for today. If you have any good ideas for tier lists, go ahead and comment them down below. And, Maddox, do you have anything to finish us off?
Yeah, no. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.